Sometimes hearing big numbers like 24,000 kids in foster care in the state of Florida feels paralyzing. Like, what do we do with that? In 2015, we were about 3 years into our foster care journey, and we had a great community in Gainesville of people who were supporting us.
When we had a kid come into our home, we could say on Facebook, hey, we have a 10-month-old coming and we need a crib and we need a car seat, we need food, and people would just drop it off at our doorsteps.
Yeah.
But what we found is many of our other foster friends who were doing the same thing didn't naturally have that community. And so what we found really was, hey, they need a village, and they need the village to come to them, and they need to be empowered to ask for what they need.
The idea of Foster Florida was born out of the love for our families from our community, and we wanted to replicate that for other people.
We seek to serve the entire family unit. That could be foster parents, foster siblings, or the foster children in their home. We think that they really deserve to be cared for as a complete unit.
Instead of asking foster parents to do one more thing, we are really helping to connect the community to the foster family by mobilizing a community of people to serve and to show up, and not just a one-time event, but develop this friendship with foster parents, develop friendship and mentorship with the children in their home. That is how we do this for the long term. I think of a family who had some teenagers who were really struggling, and we had women from another church in our community who showed up with food for that mom. After hours and hours of showing up for these kids in her home, when someone shows up with a meal, it is an incredible blessing. Sometimes hearing big numbers like 24,000 kids in foster care in the state of Florida feels paralyzing. What do we do with that? And it's the one kid that families say yes to for 3 hours or 3 days or forever. It's the one kid who now has a bed and a family and a mom to cook breakfast and a dad to read a bedtime story to him or her, and just to be present for the one when the fear and the hard things of the world feel so suffocating for that child.
Well, I think it's looking and saying, you're worth it. And that we all come together and say, you are absolutely worth it.
The Lord has been so faithful to the ministry of Foster Florida and the work that He is doing in our state, and we have an excitement about the future. Our dream is to continue to recruit families to the front lines of foster care, into the hard places, and provide incredible support, and say, you're going to say yes to this kid, and we're going to say yes to you as a family. What started as two families wanting to make an impact on their little community has turned into serving thousands across the state of Florida.
And together, we're building a village where we have no limits.
I never thought that dreams could really come true. I never thought I'd ever find someone like you. We lose our way, but always lean back in. And I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been.